this business is constantly changing. So you guys as retailers have to constantly change your business. There have been things that have worked amazing in my business, and then I try to do it again and they absolutely tank. And then the next day I try to do something else, or I do it again in a month, and it is absolutely amazing. So hopefully we have about 30 minutes today. A lot of people are doing the Dream series, which myself included, which starts at 9. So I want to make sure we're done for that, because I know there's like 3,000 total people are doing it. So if you haven't done it, get on them. They're really cool. But anyway, so when it comes to LuLaRoe with a business, you have to constantly change with the times. You can't be set in your ways. And I know that whole saying is like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. In this business, you have to continuously learn new tricks. You have to continuously try new things. And you'll hear Dan say it so many times that no, or what is it? How does she say? You use no as your vitamin. You can't say that's no. You cannot accept no as a no. And if you need to kind of use it as no, not right now. So whether that is someone doing a live, or someone not coming onto your live videos, or someone not coming to your open house, whatever it might be. So tonight I'm going to give you guys some ideas. These are in addition to, if you guys haven't gone on the Lula Happy Health pages, and man, what is that album called? I forget what that album's called, but I'll look it up. But there's an album in the Lula Happy Health pages, on the photo albums, on the big team page. And on it talks about, there's like maybe like 50 different ideas of things that you can do to increase your sales. So if you've taken the small focus group with me, Gina, or Sarah Clements, you know that we talk about a lot of things that you can do to help eventually give you guys some money, give you some sales. But what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight is straight up income producing activities, which we've never really heard. We say income producing, but it just became announced as like IPAs. And so if you've heard the term IPA, that was something that was talked about at convention. It was an entire session of what's called IPAs. And I can remember the lady even saying, not beer though, because that's automatically what I thought of. But no, so tonight we're going to talk about income producing activities. And these are things that can generate sales today. Now, one thing that I want to say first and foremost is, just because it doesn't work today though, doesn't mean it's not going to work tomorrow. I do live videos sometimes where I don't sell a thing, and the next one I sell 10. I'm going to talk to you about like speed videos. When I got my first batch of Shirley's, I sold 21 out of 28 just like that on a speed video. Okay. I mean, legitimately, it was like boom, boom, boom. Like I even said to my husband, I was like, man, none of them sold. And then like legitimately within 10 minutes, it was like, oh my God, there's another one. And I sold 21 out of 28 in a matter of moments. And then I posted a speed video of Lene's, not a one sold. And I'm like, okay. So sometimes they're going to do really well and sometimes they're not. Don't worry about it. Keep those Fred Flintstone feet moving and just keep trying it, because and when we're talking about keep trying it, try them at different times too. Like there are some girls that go live every day at noon. Well, that's great because you're only catching the people on Facebook at noon. So maybe if you're doing any of these, try different times. Okay. When you're doing any kind of income producing activity, you don't want to always be consistent. And I know we talk about all the time saying consistency is the key to the business, which it is. Consistency is the key, but it doesn't necessarily have to be at a consistent time. If you do your upload, like I do my upload every Thursday at 7, that can be consistent, fine. But if I'm going to go live, I might do them for the morning people. I might do them for the lunch crew. I might do them for the afternoon crew, because maybe I have an infant and she sleeps from 2 to 4. And so I'm going to go on live from 2 to 4. Maybe I'm in the office and I'm a teacher. My lunch is at 10:30. No joke. There's some lunches are at 10 o'clock. So if I'm bored for 30 minutes, I might hop online, and I do this. Legitimately, I do this. I will hop online at 10:30 and see if there's a live video that I can catch because I'm bored and I'm like, I got 30 minutes. Or maybe, I am a nurse and I can't look at anything until 10 o'clock at night. Whatever it might be, you need to be consistent with doing stuff but be inconsistent with the times that you're doing it so you can have a greater reach. And I think that's one major issue or one major thing that people think that, well, I've got to do it at this time at every single time. No, you don't. You don't. And yes, I know there are some people that do. There's one local couple around here that goes live at 9 o'clock, which I think is insane. 9 o'clock every Monday through Friday. They only work 9 to 5. I mean, can you imagine? And they go live every day at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, every time they do, I'm like, you do know the West Coast is at 6 a.m., but it works for them. You know, each their own, whatever, it's working for them. So you really kind of need to figure out for you what is going to be your best time, and then with time with your group. And if you have the new, whatever it's called, the new, what's it called in your groups, where you can kind of figure out when people, like not demographics, but when people, I can't think of the word, but when people are looking, when it's what day is most active, you can kind of get that, what is it called?
I think it's the Insights, Group Insight.
Okay, thank you, Stacey. So your group insights. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So if you can look, and sometimes you might also notice your group insights are highest when you are actually doing something. I know Sundays are huge for me because I do outfits. I know Thursdays are bigger because I do my uploads. You know, so I can always tell what days for me are most active because I'm participating. So that is, the insights are good, but they're also a little, they're not necessarily as accurate as I was hoping that they would be. And everyone that I've talked to when we talked about the group insights, they were most accurate on the days that they were busy, when they were legitimately doing something. So it kind of makes sense. But so let me show you guys, let me go over, let me share my screen with you all real quick. So when we're talking about this, that's not what I need you guys to see. So I'm not even going to go up because I want to be able to see y'all. So let's kind of go over some income producing. These are the duh. And I hate even being obnoxious like that, but these are like the duh things that everyone has been doing for the last 4 years. And some of them still work. So don't forget about the normal ones. So as I like the usual, the norms, the things that we have been doing forever and ever and ever. So doing those in homes, if you can do them in this business, when there's a lot of us online, in homes is great. But again, businesses are going to be different. We don't know which of you guys are going to, or which ones are going to work for your family. So figure out what you can do. Doing your in-home, doing your open houses, and doing your open shopping hours. On the small focus group, I talk a lot about the difference between an open house and open shopping hours. Open shopping hours, in my opinion, is less pressure. There's no like big things waiting for someone there. There's no like, some people don't want to go because they're like embarrassed or nervous for whatever reason about a ton of people being there or whatever. Or some people like get that whole like claustrophobic and there's too many people. That's okay. That's not an issue at all. So if you are doing like an open shopping hours, that just means that like they can come to my back door at any given time and they can come in and shop. They know that they might be by themselves. They might know that they only have a couple people. Whereas open house is more of like a big hoopla. Okay, so you can do your open house, open shopping hours, vendor shows. That's an obvious one. Multi-consultant sales. That is in-home and online. So a multi-consultant sale is maybe you get like 5 or 6 of your girlfriends together that sell different products and you bring in a multi-consultant all in one. And it's kind of like an in-home vendor show in essence. Or you could do like the big vendor shows, craft fairs, those type of things. But the multi-consultants can be both in-home and online. And multi-consultants, there's a few new things that are happening in multi-consultants, which I'll talk about in a second, which have been fantastic. I was talking to another coach on another team about this yesterday, and she is finding great success in something on the multis, which I'll go through in a second. Doing weekly album uploads. Guys, this is a big deal in this business. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, which means even if you don't have new product, your albums need to come up and they need to go down every single week. Okay. I remember when the business was first, when we didn't have Shop the Remote and we had to manually upload every single thing all the time. And it was very time consuming. You didn't want to take down your albums because it was just another thing to do. I remember uploading like 200 and something pieces and someone said, "Where's the new stuff?" And I'm like, what? They couldn't find it because when they went to their album cover, it said that album cover was like done in May and it was like June. or July or August or whatever. And so they thought everything in that album was old. And so they didn't even bother checking to see what was new. So if you want to make sure that your albums say freshly created or newly created, that's going to be something that's going to get people into them. So doing your weekly albums, reaching out to past hostesses, online hostesses. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because this is the stuff that you guys have hopefully been doing for some time. And this is more than likely a lot of the stuff that continue to do it. But you might need to be putting your feet into different avenues because maybe these aren't working as well as they used to because there's so many of us. So I'm doing online hostesses. A lot of times we forget. I mean, I know I just posted in my team or in my group page today for the first time in probably 3 months, anyone want to do a party? It's something that you should be doing once a month. And even today, I have 2 graphics that I use. I should have used my other graphic because the other graphic mentioned about online. So I built my business around hostesses, in-home and online. If you were around from the very beginning, and I know there are a few of y'all that were, for my business at least, I was doing 3 to 4 online hostesses a week. And that's how I kept growing my business bigger and bigger. And that's actually how I built my team bigger and bigger, was by doing these in-home and online hostesses. So don't forget about the online hostesses. And you can do them if you're like struggling to get those, offer double hostess rewards. That's a big one that a lot of people do. Or like today I did, if you booked in, if you sold more than 10 pieces, you got an extra Shirley. So you got your typical hostess rewards, 1 for 10. And then if you, once you hit 10, you got to pick a Shirley. Okay. So even doing all these little incentives is a great thing. A couple of y'all, this works amazingly. I know Courtney Falk and Nicole Baccarat have awesome success when it comes to mystery hostesses, where all they do is they do an upload, or they do a normal upload and say, for how many ever pieces you put in, like you purchase, your name gets put that many times, or your name gets put into the pot that many times. So say I sell like 60 pieces tonight, which, I mean, it's happened. I think Courtney Falk was at like 75 or 115. She was at some outrageous number. I always forget when I mention her. She would give away 10 pieces. So if you know that as a consumer, if I buy 2 pieces, I have two names into the pot of getting a free piece. So if 2 of you have the same product, I'm going to go to that retailer that's doing the mystery hostess because I might win something from them. Okay, I might earn something. So those are just like the usual things that we've done. So let's go some ideas that can get you guys out of the norm. Okay, get you guys some things that are out of the norm. So let me spend a little more time on these because this is the last slide that we're going to be focusing really on. I want to go over a little more of these because these are things that are really starting to take place and are really working for people, whether it's myself, whether it's other people on other people's teams, or whether it's our own Lula Happy Homies. So the first one might be something like an appreciation day. An appreciation day, like for example, I did a teacher appreciation day. I did it for the month where on one post I said, if you are a teacher, comment here, because I wanted to say, and I didn't tell them that they were going to get something special. I did it in a PM. Okay, so you can even cap it off. You can do different things for different people. I just did a flat fee, or I did a flat like Lula Cash. And so like you could do appreciation day and say, all you teachers drop an emoji here. And then I said, thank you so much for your hard work. And that's all I did publicly. And then I PM'd them as a surprise. And I went I'm a teacher, and I'm huge when it comes to the more you give, the more you get. And this proved my case, or I proved my point here. I did $25 Lula Cash for every single teacher who commented on that thread. Guys, I had over $1,000 in sales that day. So you might think, oh my gosh, she gave out $25 per, it was like 35 people, whatever it was. Well, one, they didn't all take me up on the offer. And I don't know why. I mean, you gotta be slightly stupid because it's a free pair of leggings, just buy it. But I had one woman spend $300. Well, no, that woman then was the next day. One lady alone spent $300, and it had said something as, thank you so much for thinking about teachers. So she gave me all of her business that week, and she even made the joke, I spend such and such money and you got all my money for the week. So just right there, that one woman paid for like 5 of my giveaways. So sometimes you don't have to do $25, do $10, do $15. I chose $25 just so they could pick out a free pair of leggings. And I did $25 because I bought a bunch of leggings when they were half price. So the last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever. And so I look at it as, okay, I gave for every $25, I lost $5 and that was it. and I might have gained a new customer. And almost every single person, I think there was only one or two people, and one did mustard yellow, and I was like, yes! But I think only one or two people did, I think it was two people did leggings. That was it. And everyone else did. I had one girl do a legging and a pair and a shirt, so I was able to get a shirt because she wanted to match it. I had one lady wanted Carly to match the leggings that she got. So I had a bunch of shirts. I had a lot of shirts. I had a couple people, but I think there's at least two Amelia's, and she was even hoping that. Both ladies was like, I want to wear this on Monday for my first day of school. Can I get it here by then? I was like, sure. So it was a lot of that stuff. So if you're selling a Carly and you're giving them $25 Lula cash, you're still going to collect in whatever it is, $40 additional. So you're still going to make $10 or $15 off of that one piece. That's the same as a pair of leggings. So, which is great. So, and you can, for appreciation days, you can do it for nurses, you can do it for firemen, for EMTs, you can do it for, I'm trying to think of like, you could do paraprofessionals. You could do it for anything. Go on that like random website that tells you like happy whatever day, happy secretary day. If you're a secretary, PM, or, if you're a secretary, put it out there and then privately send them a PM. Okay, whatever it might be. So appreciation days, that in itself worked awesome for me last week.
That's a good idea.
Doing live style sessions. That's something that a lot of people don't feel comfortable with. But there are a lot of people in this business right now that are cruise qualifying on doing styling sessions. And whether you go live with that or whether you do it like a love it or listed type thing, it doesn't matter. Love it or listed. And one of the things that I didn't even say on here, like a live styling session, you could have someone drop you could do it in the morning and saying, hey, what kind of outfits do you love? Or you could do tell me what size you are and I will make outfits for you. And that could just be like one or two outfits. I've seen people do, when it comes to like live styling sessions, I've seen people say they go on live and they say, okay, drop me a picture of what item that you have at home that you need something to match with it. And then they go live and you go and find them two or three pieces and you show them like, okay, Amy, you have a small Carly that you're trying to figure out an outfit to go with. I've got this that you could put over it. I've got leggings that you could put under it. I have this Shirley that you could put on top of it to make that additional outfit, whatever it might be. It's just doing that one more thing. Marie Sarmento does a really great job on upselling by doing stuff like that. Someone will buy like a Carly and then she will post something else saying, oh my God, I got this Shirley that is phenomenal with it. And she posted it right underneath it. No pressure to buy it, but I just wanted to give you an idea. And she does a lot of upselling just by asking people, not even asking them, not saying, is there anything else you want? Saying, hey, here's a great shirt that'll match the Cassie that you just had. And I'll see sometimes people are like, oh, I already have a shirt. This is to match. And she's like, okay, awesome. And then other times people are like, holy crap, sold, sign me up. So even something like that. Doing 30 and 30 live. Guys, people like lives. And people may not buy off your lives. They might not be entertained or not necessarily be entertained like at the moment, like interacting with you, but they're coming back to it and watching it. A lot of times I've seen people, like I might have 15 people on my page or while I'm doing it. And then later that evening, I see like 500 people have looked at it. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay. At least someone's looking at it. But doing something like, I think I have a couple on here, doing like a 30 and 30 live, maybe once a week, go live with 30 items and change those items every 30 days or every week. And same kind of going here. I'm doing a weekly 10 favorite items. And that might be consistently the same. Guys, most people don't remember what you're doing, what you're posting every single week because they're Lula addicts and they're watching 50 other people and they're seeing all their stuff too. So doing like the 30 and 30 live, that's a great one. I'm doing open the box live, and that can be something that you could do both these. That's what's showing here. Doing an in-home shop the box and an open the box live. So I was hoping my boxes, I have an order of about 200 pieces coming in, and I was hoping that they came in on Thursday because my UPS likes to come at like midnight. So I was hoping to do on my in my open shopping. I do shopping hours every Friday, and for my shopping hours this week, I was really hoping to do a in-home shop the box. The 4 boxes were going to be on the floor. And they were going to be able to come and shop it. They were going to be able to come feel what it's like to be a LuLaRoe consultant and go through the boxes. You know how fun that is. It's like, you get so giddy off of it, and they're going to be doing the same thing. And at the same time, you are working because you can even while they're there, you can start hanging stuff up. But they're going through and they're feeling that funness too with it. I know funness isn't a word, but they're going through all that funness and experiencing what it's like to be a LuLaRoe consultant, which is really cool. Because then you might even get that little idea in their head, like, ooh, I like this. This is fun. I want to be a consultant. So it's kind of like a double thing there. So, but doing Open the Box Live, Deanne will even tell you, never make sure. And if you watch Jamie Bagley's thing a couple minutes ago, her training, she said something about, what does she call it? Analysis paralysis. Whereas we're so concerned about making things perfect that we miss out on doing something at that moment. You know, I only have 30 minutes. Okay, well, I don't have time to unbox everything and go live. So let's do it at once. Let's go live with it and open it up while you're doing it. And so you can be selling. Like I had a box that had come in. I could just, I could have sat there and sold all my Shirley's right then and there, or at least posted and shown it, and then do my pictures later. That's what I do a lot. I'll do a live, like something that's like new, like the Shirley's, I'll go live with it, or I'll do like a speed video, which I'll tell you guys in about a second. And then whatever doesn't sell, then I'll take pictures. So that I'm not doing both. I'm saving time there too. But doing Open the Box Live and Home Shop the Box, the biggest thing that a lot of people are missing out on these things is the one thing that is very in common, or that they all have in common, or a lot of them have in common, and that's going live. A lot of people hate it, or like no one's watching, and I get it. It's not my cup of tea either. There are times where like I love it, and I don't care about it, but I don't care to do it. It doesn't bother me. But then they're like, oh, it's so time consuming. And even sometimes it is time consuming. Whereas like, you're like, okay, well, I'm only going to sell 5 pieces out of the 20. And so I'm going to have to take pictures anyways. It would have just been better. I get it. But remember what I always say kind of when it comes to even teaching. You have different learners. As a teacher, you have different learners, and you need to cater to all the learners. Not everyone wants to write things down. Not everyone wants to take notes. Not everyone wants to listen to you. Not everyone wants to see it. Some of them want different things. So as a consumer, some people are going to want to see it online, or some people are going to want to hear you talk about it. Some people are going to want to see it in albums. Some people are going to want to do speed. Like I love speed videos because I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Hurry up. Let's go. I don't want to hear you talk about the texture and all that. I just want to see it. I'm a seer. I want to be able to see things, because at times if I hold a Shirley up, or if I hold like a new Lene, I can tell if the Lene is ribbed, whereas maybe in a picture I couldn't tell as much. But if you're holding it up in front of the camera, you don't need to talk to me about it, but I can see it. So even doing the live will help you there. Doing sneak peeks just gets people excited. I have a black Lene right now. How many a black Shirley. How many black Shirleys are out there? Not much. So you better believe my butt is going to go live in a sneak peek going, and I'm just going to show them. I'm not telling, I make all sizes, it doesn't matter. But I get them excited off of this. So if you have something that's really huge, get them excited with it. Do some sneak peeks, and it gets them back to your page. Doing the fundraisers. I will tell you right now, fundraisers is a game changer in this business. But right now, being that Deanne's favorite thing to do are fundraisers. I will say right now, though, the fundraisers are a little behind. They are a little behind. They are expanding that department and hiring new people because it's that big of a deal. Okay, it is that big of a deal. So just be patient with it, but they will get to you as soon as possible. But just kind of know, though, that they are a little behind. Doing those local business pop-ups. Doing local business pop-ups are huge. Now, you are going to have to, I hear it all the time, sometimes just dragging all my inventory is not really worth it. And I understand that. I'm the first to say, is that worth it? Or am I going to get 100 people in the door? Am I going to get 20 people in the door? What is it? But maybe you just pick and choose what you're taking to certain places. But getting your name out there is a big deal. And so even if you sell like 3, 4, 5 things, if you have a teacher friend saying, hey, can you set up a time where, and you could do this as a fundraiser, getting inside of a school, whereas after school they have in the teacher lounge, you have it set up in the teacher lounge. Dude, if you haven't done that, you need to try to do that. Even if you're talking, even if you offer someone a hostess rewards and you go into the school for hostess rewards, no one ever said you had to do a hostess rewards inside a home. You can do it in a business. You can do it inside a school. You could contact the PTO president and say, I want to do a fundraiser for you. And then there are no hostess rewards. You're giving money to the PTO. Or you're giving money, like I'm a deck advisor. I was a deck advisor. Giving money to DECA to get the kids to states or nationals, that's $1,000. Yeah, it's $1,000 to get the kids to nationals. So, local businesses can also be local schools too. We said the weekly 10, the farmer's market, that's actually a really good one, guys. A lot of people are really successful. Where I am, there's a local farmer's market that there's someone there set up. She's not the same every week, but I only know because my in-laws go every single Saturday, and they always tell me that, I think they do Saturday and Sunday, and they always tell me about how they ask me, do you know this person? Do you know this person? Do you know this person? And they're just really cute about it. And that's just the one local about me. And people go and shop. Like my father-in-law, the first time he told me, he was so funny. He was like, yeah, I overheard the couple talking, and the husband goes, don't you even think about it. Because she was like beelining it to the LuLaRoe the tent, so I kind of had a laugh about that. Okay, so a couple of new ones. Doing live TRL sales. Again, going live, and you can ask people beforehand, hey, what do you want? What do you want to see? But that's a total request live. If you don't know what that is just asking people, what do you want to see? Some people just want to see, some people might want to say, I want to see an outfit. Some people might want to see, I want to see all your small Lolas, whatever it might be. And you could do, if you could do an entire, like I know some people will do like total request live Thursday, total request live Tuesday, or whatever, and make it an outstanding like weekly thing where people can come to you and they can tell you ahead of time and you know what's going on. This is a new one, and this is hot all over. Doing a live styling battling. This is, if you haven't seen the two split screens, I think people were talking about it on our team page. I'm in like 12 different team pages for different coaches, so I keep hearing about it all over, and this is the big one. One of my good friends, Rhiannon, who is one of the mentors, I keep seeing her doing it, and it's so fun to watch. If you haven't seen anyone do it, it's really cool to watch. And that is where, do not ask me how you do it. That part of it I haven't strategically gone through. I tried doing it on the leaders page, like trying to like figure out to add someone, but to make it to, I know you do it in one person's page, and then you, if they're a member of your group, you can add them as a like co-host or something like that. I don't know. That part of it, I don't know. That's something I definitely Google that, or I could ask Rhiannon too. But I think a couple of the girls on the team have done it, but live styling battling is an awesome thing. You could do it, whereas if you go over to someone's house, if you have local reps by you, you guys could do like, today we're going to do dresses, and have both of you in the same home doing a live together, because lives with people are way more fun than lives by themselves. Let's be honest. My husband's in the room, even if he's just sitting on the chair like a dud, at least I'm having a conversation with someone. And I mean, it still cracks me up because he's so like Bueller. So it's even funnier because he's so like monotone, like what? So it's even more fun. So if you can have two retailers, I've done a live with my sister before. So much fun. I wasn't selling my product. We were at her house, so we were in her room and we were selling her stuff, but it doesn't matter. Maybe you guys could switch turns. But one thing that I like is if you are on Randy's, like LuLaRoe Randy, if you're on his page, he sold Lisa Jones's inventory this past week. They were up in Rochester, New York, and he was in her boutique selling her stuff on his page.
Yep, that's not what
so you could do something like that. Maybe you guys switch out. Maybe I walk into Keena's house and I sell Keena stuff. And she's like, yeah, I do it. I sell her Keena stuff on my page. And then maybe Gisela comes into my boutique and she sells my stuff on her. So, you could do this like whole reciprocal things. It's a lot of fun. Your customers are going to see it. You could have Keena, Keena could come onto my page and sell my stuff, her stuff, whatever. You're just switching it out. Guys, if you are able to do like the switching, that's huge because it's seeing a whole new demographics. It's new eyes. And maybe someone will connect with the person who you're switching it out with. Okay. But even live styling battling, you could, I know I've seen one person, I forget who did it a while ago when I first saw live styling battling, where they had like a bucket of all the products. They had like shirts in one, dresses in another, and like skirts in another, something like that. And they picked, each of them picked like one or two, and they had to come up with an outfit that would match that criteria. And each of them, I think there were three of them. I think that was the way it was Maddie Parkinson, Julia Knapp, and I forget who the third one was. And they all each had a different size. So they had the same outfit, but they had a different size. And all three of them were in their VIP groups going on at once. So all the cameras were going up. So if you were part of all of them, you would see them. And they were all showing their outfits. And they'd be like, okay, so that outfit 1 sold over here, outfit 2 sold over here. Oh, that Shirley sold over, or okay, we didn't have Shirley's in, but that Sarah sold over there. So the piece is, the outfits may have not been sold together, which is okay. It's kind of like what Patrick did. Don't ever expect all, or Patrick said it today, don't ever expect all your outfits to sell. But if you can give your customers a visual of what they could do with that piece, you're going to sell more pieces. So maybe someone looks at, someone sees this joy and they're like, oh, I really like that joy, but I don't like that shirt. It doesn't really go together, but I put it on. Too bad, so sad if you don't like it. So maybe someone's like, oh, I don't like that, but I want this. So your pieces are starting to sell, that's the point, is getting some pieces to sell here. So choosing your live styling battling doesn't necessarily having to be like a head-to-head, which I know some people do. Sometimes it's just getting you guys together and doing outfits together. This is a new one that I had never heard before, and this is what's called Let's Make Outfits. Or at least that's what the person called it. And this is where they invited their customers to come over and make outfits. Okay, but not necessarily for them. It wasn't necessarily for them. And this is a way that you could offer, like, just kind of people to get out of the house. You could invite doing it if you're stay at home or if you work from home, having like some moms come over, let the kids use electronics as a babysitter. Sorry, put a movie on, let them hang out on the couch, let them all hang out together, play in the backyard if they're old enough and you feel safe enough. And then what the customers are going to do, the customers are going to come and make outfits. And then what you can say is that night, so I do outfits in my group on Wednesday if I don't have any styling. And so if I don't have any styling, I will put their outfits up. And if their outfit sells, I will give them a $10 credit. Or I will, you give them some kind of incentive that if their outfits sell, then they're going to get a little piece of the cut. Or is that how you say it? Cut of the piece of the cut of the pie, piece of the pie, whatever it is. So doing that, and that one thing about that too, guys, is you start to get to know people. And even if only one person shows up, who cares? I mean, at first, me as an introvert, I remember it was always a little awkward when I would have like open shopping hours and one person showed up and I'm like, oh God, I got to talk to one person. And that was really difficult for me. It took me a long time to feel comfortable talking to one person but it's okay. What the cool thing about doing this is anytime you can get customers in your home, you're building a connection. And we have a consultant right now who has an amazing local community or local customer base. I'm telling you guys right now, the bigger your local customer base is, the more successful your business is going to be. It's just the fact of life, because people are going to come to you when they want to come try something on, when they want to come see stuff. If you have a new product, they're going to come to you because they want to try it on. They don't want to have to wait 4 or 5, 6 days to get the product just to find out, oh, well, crap, that doesn't fit. Okay, I'm a size 6. And guys, for me, the Gigi, I've got a tummy. That my favorite size is an extra large to 2XL because I don't like things fitted on my stomach. Other consultants are like, it's true to size. So if I would have bought online, I would have bought a smaller medium. I would have gotten like, oh, that was tight on my tummy. Send that back. Let me try a large. And then, well, crap, that sucked again. Send it right back again. Then I would have gone to a large, or an extra large. Okay. Whereas if I could have just walked into my local retailer's boutique and tried on a small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3X, sold, that's golden. I will buy, and even me as a retailer, I will buy from my local girls or my team members before I go online and search for anything. So if they can come to you first, they're gonna come to you first. So if you can build these, do like fun little days out, and there's a lot of it could be the older woman, like Jamie talked about a target market. Maybe your target market's gonna be like 50, 60-year-old women who are retired and they're sitting at home and they just want to talk to someone. Mm-hmm. And I mean, have you ever, like, if my assistant will put outfits together, it's so funny. I'll come through here and I'm like, I'll put all my outfits together. And now I'm the only one that puts them together. But there are times where I'm like, Stephanie, you got to go do it because my stuff looks the same every time. And even though it's the same product, when Jamie came here a couple months ago, she came through and we were sitting here chatting. She put like 30 outfits together in like 30 minutes. And I was like, dang, girl, like, seriously, I wouldn't have put this stuff together because she was like, your inventory is awesome. And I'm like, what? Really? Because I've been looking at the same crap for 2-3 months. I'm like, oh, okay. But when you have different eyes and different viewpoints, they're going to put stuff together. And Keena and I were talking about this other day, where she said if she was able to pick out everything herself, I think she said all of her stuff would be like florals. For me, I'm not a florally, even though I have florals on. You know, I'm more of like the Aztec-y, I'm the tie-dye, I'm that type of stuff. So I wouldn't buy as many florals. But then that's not why this business is so successful. The business is successful because we don't get to pick our stuff. And we don't get to yuck anyone else's yum, which, I mean, we don't get to where we shouldn't, I should say. And maybe if you don't like the Aztec and a floral together, you're never going to put it together. But maybe your customer loves it and she comes over and rocks out outfits that you would never put together. She's going to reach a whole different group of people that you wouldn't have reached. So there's, you know, oh, crap. Oh, can you guys see that? Oh, don't know. Sorry. Don't know what I touched there. So making the outfits is a cool one. Speed videos, guys. This is what my friend talked to me about in a multi. She was in a multi that was expensive to get into. And I was like, Casey, is that worth it? You put down some serious cash to be in this multi. And she looked at me and we're PMing back and forth. And she's like, Amy, I sold 27 Sarahs. What? Yeah. How? Speed videos. She literally, and I just did them with my Linnaeus. Let me see if you do not know what they are, let me see if I can just really, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the screen. Okay, hold on, let me see, I gotta see me. So a speed video is literally when you do this, okay? That's all the videos, there's no words. I had all the Linnaeus up together or like back to back to back. And I literally showed the tag, like I showed the shirt, and then I showed the tag number. And then I showed the shirt, and then I showed the tag number. I went through, how many sizes of the Linnaeus are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went, whatever, 8 times, what did I do? 8 times 5, 8 times 7, I don't know what I did. I went through 45, 55, 60 pictures in a matter of 4.5 minutes. If you are busy, you're going to like to see that. If you are a visual person, a visual shopper, you're going to like that. If you're an album person, you're not going to like it. But you need to you need to sell to everyone, not just to your album shopper, not just to your visual shopper. Find ways to sell to everyone. And these speed videos are what I am seeing the most, and they are selling quickly. That's how I sold 21 out of 28 of my Shirley's, like that. Because I was just one. People were able to see if they were see-through or transparent. People were able to see if they had ruffles to them. People were able to see if they were with a thicker material that had like the white insert. They were able to see it all. I didn't even talk. Now the Shirley, I did talk in that one because if they were black and white, I would say, but I don't show my face. And even the worst thing is I'll tell you the worst thing about doing speed videos. Do you see these? Yeah, those are on point. Those are like straight up in the video. And I was like, oh my God, look at my nails. That was like the joke of it to my husband. I was like, look at my nails. So you might want to get your nails done before you do it. But whatever, I don't got time for that. So my nails weren't done. I did a video with them busted. But so with the speed videos, most multis will allow you to do that. So you could do it in your consultant group. You can do it in a multi. You can just adding, in most multis right now are letting you just pop them up there. They don't even consider it a live video. They just put it as like a wall drop. So that's what I did it, and it was awesome. It was perfect. So speed videos, if you haven't done that, that's something that you might want to do. Now, do you have to do 70 pieces in one? No. You could pick like 3 in each size, in each style, and just showcase, like maybe you do a dress. I do highly advise you to do one style per video though. Just, do it at only the Linnaeus, and then post another one, only the one size leggings, only the TC2s. Do them separately. Don't do them together. Don't mix Amelia's and Azure's. It gets too complicated. Drop them separately. Okay. And for someone like me who's extremely, extremely orange, if I have to figure out what is where, or if I have to find where the Azures are in the mix of 5 styles, I'm done. I'm gone. I've left your page. I'm going to go find something that is more cut black and white. I'm an orange. I need black and white when it comes to shopping. I need to be able to get in, get out, and look. But I want to see the product. Okay, so I do want to see the product. So speed videos, awesome. One app, I want you to write this app down. So if you are someone like me who has people going in and out all day, your kids going, ah! Or your dog's feet doing this, in my Shirley video, you could hear my dog. And I'm like, son of a gun, stop it. But I wasn't going to start over. Or my kid dropped his iPad, and you hear the boom. There is an app called Video Mute. Okay. Let me see if, oh, hold on. Let me see if I can show you what, oh crap, I can't see me. It looks like this. Okay. For those of you that need your visuals, there's my nail. It's nice and busted. Do you guys see it's a black and white and it says video mute? Okay. That allows you to upload a video. Okay. My husband, while I was doing my Linnaeus today, my husband and I were having a full-on conversation while I was doing it. So I'm not stopping my life. I'm not like, kids, shut up. I got to do this. No, you got to, you got to be able to work around LuLaRoe. So I was having a full-blown conversation. And it was a serious conversation with my husband. And all you do is you go into that video mixer, you upload. So you would go into the video or the video mute. Let me see if I can kind of show you. So let me see. So here's what all you're going to do. Okay. So here are, when you do, these are all of my videos. Okay. So like this is my Linnaeus today. I would click on it just like that. And then I am going to hit select. So in the upper right, you're going to select all of it. Okay. That select will select all of it. Then you're just going to click export. And once you click export, that right there takes out all the music, any of the background. There's no more volume to it. Okay, so it muted the entire thing. That's been the biggest complaint. Hi, Love Bug. Are you going upstairs? Okay, that's been the biggest complaint. I love you. Your hand's my boob. That has been the biggest complaint when it comes to these speed videos. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Sleep past 7, please. So the biggest complaint is people saying that there's voice. How do you make it quiet? Whatever it is. Video mute. Good. It's done. The next one is going to be your mommy and me outfits, guys. If you have the possibility of doing it, do it. I don't carry any kids except leggings, but every time I get a leggings a joy one, I post it. So like I posted the Constellations. I just, I just got these and I had them in one size. It was perfect. I'm doing the same thing. So in my batch, I got 2. I got a small and an extra large kids one, and I got a small and extra large of these ones. So even though they're not mommy and me's, they're still sibling sets. People like sibling sets. So if you can do it, try it. It's just something that a lot of people kind of forget about if there's mommy and me's, or even let me even put on here sibling sets. So sibling sets is a big one. Doing style days, doing a spotlighting the style or the size or the style outfits. So maybe today, like the other day when I did TC2 legging, or my wall drops were only TC2s. Okay, I only did TC2 outfits. Tomorrow I'm going to do a Linnaeus drop. So I'm going to be doing outfit drops with just Linnaeus, and it might have just leggings. It might be, more in-depth 3-piece things, 2-piece things. One of them is a Linnaeus and a Sarah. I don't even have the bottoms because I don't have anything that looks really good, but I think it'd be really cute in jeans. Right now, I'm rocking jeans. Yes, they fit amazing. Surprising with most LuLaRoe consultants, after a year or 2, your clothes stop fitting you because LuLaRoe is just so comfortable that you don't realize how much weight you're getting. But so you have jeans on. I have a classic tee and I have a joy. People think, oh my God, I can't show jeans with something because I don't sell jeans. Guys, it's not realistic for people to never wear jeans. Do most of it, like, I know I don't wear them very often. When I would wear them last year, my students were like, you're in jeans. And I'm like, I know, and I'm so uncomfortable. So, but it doesn't matter. Just doing, doing different style days. So you could go on live and say, okay, here's a Linnaeus. And you could wear a tank top and say, me personally, I can fit. The smallest size I can fit is this. But and then try on the small, the medium, the large, the extra large, the 2XL. And show them, guys, the 2XL would be awesome with leggings. The 2XL would be really comfortable with this. So you can give them different ideas. And then you could do a live video. And then or if you don't feel comfortable doing a live video, do a video, record it, and then post it up. And then do outfit drops of the rest of the day. Or post those Linnaeus that day, or whatever it might be. Doing Lula crawls, I know some of y'all do it. You do it often, which just means if you have a lot of local girls. So if I know the Dominion Valley girls over here and the San Diego girls are relatively close, they'll get like 5 or 6 houses. And if you go to each house, you get, you might get a prize or a drawing or whatever your group might want to do. So you could even do it with 3 or 4 people. I know, like in my group, I have Summer rides in here, and so Summer and I could do a Lula crawl. And so I know that there are other LuLaRoe consultants in our neighborhood, so they're not on our team, but I could reach out to them and say, hey, let's do a new Bristow Village Lula crawl. And so you're talking 3 or 4. I know there's some of y'all that, like Brookside has quite a few LuLaRoe consultants doing a Lula crawl. And the cool thing about that is then you get their customers become your customers. And yes, your customers become theirs, but don't worry about like, oh my God, they can't take them. Guys, give the best customer service and they're going to keep coming back to you. Give them a good selection. Don't fear that you're giving people your customers. Those customers are finding them elsewhere. LuLaRoe is just, very few times are they going to be like crazy attached just to you. They might come to you first. And that's the goal in LuLaRoe, is not to keep them away from everyone else. The goal is for them to come to you first. And then if you don't have it, then they go elsewhere. I go to my homies first before I go to anyone else. And then if you guys don't have it, I go elsewhere. Okay. And so you have to think like a consumer. What is it? Why do you go to certain places? Why do you go to, like my Lip Sense lady? I go to her every single time because she carries product. But if she doesn't have it, I got to walk my butt 2 doors down and go to my neighbor and say, hey, do you have it? Even though I'm not going to her first, even though she's 2 houses down. She's not my go-to Lip Sense girl. My Lip Sense girl is my hairdresser, who she's elsewhere. I'm going to go to her first. And then if she doesn't have it, then I'm going to my neighbor across the hall, or not across the hall, 2 doors down. So you have that same mentality. Give perfect service, and don't worry if you are saying, okay, now you got to go over to Summer's house. Summer's going to give great at service, but my people are still going to come to me. And then the last one here is, this is a big one that you need to think about doing, because this is a very basic thing that people don't realize. How are you doing your outfits? How are you showcasing your product? Are you doing flat lays or are you doing mannequins? Jamie Bagley's group hates flat lays. My group hates mannequins. Groups are different. Just because flat lays, like when I did mannequins, no outfits ever sold on a mannequin. Because if I'm a large or an extra large or 2XL and my consultant has this 2XL on a size 4 mannequin, I don't have a clue what that's going to look like on me, and I'm just pissed off because that's a size 4 and I'm not going to look like that. Let's be honest. If you look at a catalog, do they have a size 4 modeling a plus size bathing suit? No. Get your plus size off the mannequins. You're not going to see Nordstrom doing a size 2 or a size 12 on a size 2. You're just not. And even someone like myself, I don't want to see what I would like to look like. I want to see what I would look like. And even putting it down on the flat lay. But again, Jamie Bagley's group does not agree with this. They want everything on mannequins. So figure out what your group wants, and maybe you kind of have to play around with it. I didn't realize my group wanted flat lays until I posted it once just to try it, and I sold like 5 outfits, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And now I do flat lays. And some groups even do flat lays for their entire inventory. Like, I can't imagine that. But they literally post classic on the floor. Sure, they do everything on the floor. Maybe your group is going to work well with that. Maybe your group's not going to work well with that. But legitimately find out what's going to work for your group. And that's just one little thing that might work really well. Okay, so those are like the major things that I have, like, just to start trying, because I know right now we are in it's a competitive business in the sense of, because there's so many of us. And so the ones that are succeeding the most are the ones that are getting out of the norm and trying something new. And if I would have done this 3 months ago, I would have never done wouldn't have told you about speed videos. It just wasn't around. Live style battling wasn't around. But even if you would have gone 2 years ago, guys, we didn't even have Facebook Live. Facebook Live came around last January. You got to change as technology changes. And doing the styling battling, that's new because Facebook is allowing us to co-host with each other. So if you can find stuff that is different, do it. People like to see things differently. So just remember that. Change what you're doing. Change it up. Doing maybe a weekly 10 favorite items might be something really cool because you're showcasing it. Doing a 30 and 31 day, doing even if you just do live Tuesday, and every Tuesday is going to be something different. And you might have a fan favorite one day, a TRL the next Tuesday. The following Tuesday, you're going to do open the box, whatever it might be. Just do something and change it up from just the norm. If your group is rocking out on albums alone, keep doing albums. Why are you trying to change something different unless you're trying to take it to the next level? What, you know, you're going another level up. That's okay. But don't stop doing something if it's really successful. Keep adding to the success. Okay? Don't stop. And I'm telling you from personal experience, don't stop something that's working to try something new. I did that and my group suffered. Continue doing what you're doing in addition to what you are trying new. Okay? Don't stop something that's working to try something, just to try something new. Do them at the same time. If that means double the effort, that means double the effort. You don't want your new thing to hurt what's already successful. Okay? What's already working. Okay. Are there any questions that y'all might have for me with regards to any of them? Good ideas, helpful. You learned a thing or two. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. That would be okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here.